Good afternoon, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Keys Box and Gym Talk. I'm your host, K-Rock216. Thank you guys for tuning in this afternoon, man. Hope everybody's having a good afternoon. Um, we're going to talk about the elephant in the room that happened yesterday, along with my prediction. Maybe I'll make another video for that one. But we're going to talk about the elephant in the room. Keyshawn Davis declines the opportunity of a lifetime to challenge Devin Haney for WBO welterweight championship of the world, man. Uh, Ring, I've seen it. The Ring had first reported it. The Ring magazine had first reported it. I've seen it on my Facebook page. That he declined the offer. I was shocked, just like everybody else. I thought when he had his picture up and Devin Haney's picture up, that the fight was set and it was agreed on. The contracts were signed. But as I pressed the see more button, reading it, they said that he declined the offer and he's about to move elsewhere, which leaves Devin Haney without an opponent. I think in November it'll be a year before before he's been back in the ring. Keyshawn Davis, he had just fought Nahir Albright, won a convincingly, a unanimous decision, convincing win, but it's a tough win for him though. He's getting a lot of backlash. Whole lot of backlash, and I don't blame him. All the tough talking, all this stuff, and calling everybody out and stuff like that, man. I understand it. I get it. And Keyshawn, I'm a very big, heavy fan of him, man. I was even picking him to win. Last year, I was picking him to win, but yeah, man, the fight just went into air. Top rank won the purse bid over Matchroom, I want to say, or whatever the other promoters that was bidding for the fight to promote the fight. Top rank won with 8.6 million or something like that. 75% of that, because Devin Haney's the champion, goes to Devin Haney. It goes to Devin Haney, and then I think that would have made him 6.5 million, with Keyshawn Davidson making 2.6 million or something like that. A part of me wants to say that Keyshawn Davis wants to get paid more because he's fighting one of the greatest fighters, the best fighters in the world, the greatest fighters in the world. It's on the pound for pound list of many people. If he was to retire today, I would consider him a first ballot Hall of Famer, just grabbing the WBC title and then winning the undisputed lightweight championship. Going to George Kambosos' backyard and beating him twice. I went through all the stipulations. Then beating Lomachenko. Whether you guys, y'all want to call it the biggest robbery in boxing. I thought it could have went either way, but he got some win over Lomachenko. And I can keep going on. He just beat Brian Norman for the WBC title when he was an underdog. That puts a big mark on the Hall of Fame credentials when you're trying to get into the Hall of Fame. When you fight a person that was a winning, that when you're the underdog in the fight or whatever, and he won. And that's Regis Prograis, he dominated him. So people want to get it. Keyshawn Davis want to get the bang for his buck. I don't blame him for that, but at the same time, though, you can't be doing all this calling out everybody and talking all this stuff and going on social media talking about how everybody keeps ducking you. And Devin Haney and his team were ready to make the fight, but you didn't do it. Like I said, because I lost my train of thought, a part of me wants to believe that you want to fight the best in the world, and you want to get paid more than $2.6 million, which is understandable. You're not going to get that whole $2.6 million. You got a lot of people to pay up, promoters, trainers, cutmen, training camps, etc. Probably would have came home with, with $1 million in cash or whatever. But it seemed like the other part of me, I think Keyshawn deep down inside knows, like, he's got the experience over me. He's got the jab. His jab can stop anything that I'm trying to do, Keyshawn is like, man, I just switched from one of the best trainers in the world, Bomac, to I don't know who his new trainer is right now. Devin Haney and Bill Haney. Bill Haney's a great trainer. I don't care what nobody says about him. Yes, he's annoying as a person, but he's a hell of a trainer. When they put a good game plan together, and when they're that fast, and they wanna sign a contract, and they're quick to make the fight happen, the negotiations, just like they did with Brian Norman, just like they did with Regis Prograis, he's gonna win. And he dominated both of those guys that I was just talking about. Maybe Keyshawn didn't want that to happen to him. I don't know. It is a bad look on Keyshawn Davis. I'm still going to support Keyshawn Davis because I want to see him win. Yeah, it was just a lot riding on the table for him. I moved up to welterweight. That would have been my first fight at welterweight in the WBO. They named me the mandatory challenger. I know we're going to see all those type of excuses and stuff like that, but Keyshawn took the first offer. From what I'm understanding, I haven't read it anywhere, but I've seen it floating around on social media that he was offered more money before and went the purse bid. So he kind of screwed himself up with that. Devin Haney, they're probably going to go to another mandatory, or anybody else who's in the welterweight division that is willing to unify the titles. We got Liam Paro, we got Rolando Romero, but he's going to be busy with Teofimo Lopez. We got Ryan Garcia, so we know all those fights are kind of going to be hard to make. He's the one to make, I will have to say, is Liam Paro. But I don't think that, that's going to bore the public. That's not going to entertain the public. So, yeah, they're both in the win right now. Keyshawn Davis, I guess he can keep on fighting the fighters that he's been fighting. I hear Outright was a great fighter. Jermaine Ortiz, I don't say a great fighter. He was a good fighter. He's a tough, hard fighter. Gave a lot of people trouble. Have a draw with Frank Martin. He beat Keyshawn Davis' younger brother. I like him a lot. I think he was just fighting a semi-pro fight or something like that not too long ago. But nevertheless, man, it's going to be hard for Keyshawn to find somebody to tangle with, especially going into the welterweight division. Maybe Bob Arum could use his promoter powers, because we know that he's the greatest promoter of all time, and try to get him another title shot. But yeah, Keyshawn, this looks bad. Along with what you did last year and stuff like that, man, you're just losing fans at the end of the day. Well, like what happened last year when Albright defeated your little brother, and you started all that chaos in the back, along with you missing weight and messed up your homecoming. This doesn't look good on your record, man. I just hope that you can, rebound. I get it. You want to get paid more money. I was expecting him to get like $5 million or something like that. But we'll see what the future holds. See what the future holds with, Devin Haney. Devin Haney's been doing great. I don't care what nobody says. Devin Haney's been out here winning. Devin Haney's undefeated. Devin Haney's on his way to the International Boxing Hall of Fame pretty soon. So he just got to find somebody else, another challenge or something like that, man. Keyshawn, I just wanted to say this, man. What happened yesterday, I don't want you to end up like the other Davis. You Davis is talking a good game, but ain't fighting nobody. And that's all I got. You guys like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.